Fishing drop shots around cover. Let's talk about how to not get hung up on the Googan Lab. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to rig a cover shot. This is very useful if you're fishing around a lot of cover. Say you're fishing around some grasses, or maybe you want to drop shot on some trees. That's especially popular in Texas where I'm at. But you got that exposed hook on a drop shot. It's really nice when you just pull into the fish and you get that little hook set on them, you know, and it's right in the roof of their mouth. But when you're fishing around cover, you're gonna find yourself getting hung up a lot more than catching fish when you're trying to work that bait. So this is an option that's gonna allow you to work your bait around that cover and not get hung up nearly as much. So that is the cover shot. And what you're gonna need is you can use a straight shank hook, or you can use a little worm hook like I've got here. This is a hammer hook, your drop shot weight. I recommend bumping up from your regular drop shot rig, bump up on your line, maybe one line size, two line sizes. If you normally drop shot with 6, you know, go up to 8. If you normally go 8, go up to 10, maybe even 12 if you're using some braid as your leader, and maybe even a power on your rod as well. So that's the first thing. You're fishing around cover, you're gonna have to get those fish out. So just keep that in mind. And you are gonna need a little bit more power just to get that hook penetration because you're not using an exposed hook. So first of all, take your line and you're going to rig this exactly the same as a regular finesse style hook. So you'll take your hook, feed it through, and you're going to tie a Palomar knot with a big tag end on it. And depending on the cover that you're fishing or the time of year, that will determine your leader length. We're in summer right now. I usually like to go a little longer in the summer. You just feed that through, and then you'll go ahead and cinch down your knot there. And then you're gonna take your tag end and feed that through the eye of the hook, going downward. And that allows your hook point or your hook to stand up a lot better. So then on your tag end, just like a normal drop shot, put that weight on. Got a nice little clip on here, a little tungsten. So I've got about a foot, maybe a little over. I've got my Palomar tied around my hook. Now I just need to add my worm and not hook myself. So I've got a few options here. Got the drag and drop, which is a classic drop shot bait. I've got the 5-inch drag and drop. It's a little bit bigger, but a worm that is really good in the summertime that has some more action to it. That I like to use in Texas is the Mondo Worm, and this is our junior size, so it's a little over 7 inches. It's got a tail to it, so if you move it up and down, that tail is going to move. But still got a thin profile to it, so I can get a good hook set. That's one of the things I look for in a drop shot worm, is having a thin body, a real soft plastic. So this is where it gets different. Normally, if you're just drop shotting, you would nose hook that bait just like that. And that leaves the exposed hook. You're gonna get hung in branches, grasses. It's gonna be a mess. So now that you've got a bigger hook and a worm style hook, you can go in, you can do your turn, and then you can come up top here, and on this hammer hook, you can just skin hook it like this. So it's weedless. So it's semi-exposed, but you just put the point back into the plastic a little bit. And now you've got yourself a weedless drop shot rig that you can fish around that cover. and you still have a little bit of hook point out, so when the fish grabs it, just give a nice pull into them and you'll get a good hook set. And that is how to stay almost completely snag free when you're fishing a drop shot around cover. So try this rig. I think you'll love it. And if you want to see more tips and tricks, subscribe right here to the Googan Lab.